getting up to a gate, and I think gates have been one of those things. I mean, God, I've done programs all my life with dogs, and gates are one of those things that people like to put a lot of control around. Now, I've got a slightly different take on gates because, as you can see, because whilst they can be helpful to keep your dog behind them and keep your dog under control, I really don't like big release cues around gates, and I don't enjoy gates being a big pressure space. And we used to get to the point with our dogs where they would all get very built up around the gate. So it depends on the gate, I would say, for all of you. And I think this is important. For me, Tokyo, class, come here. For me, my recall on my interrupter is if I don't want you to go anywhere without me. So give them something to think about. So I'm just going to throw a few bits of food here. And I'm going to throw a few bits back there as well and just see that I can keep them over there for a sec. Bravey, come here. Good girl. Just going to feed a few pieces of food here. Now, when I'm at this gate, what I don't want is I don't want this gate to become, as you can see, she learnt a lot of control around gates. I don't want this gate to be a big sort of pressure release space. So they build up all this anxiety or pressure or stress or excitement or anticipation. I think it's really key that gates for me are kept fairly low-key. And yes, you might want them as a control space, like a space to pop them back on lead or a space to do something fun with them. But ultimately, I would say also be mindful and be careful what you wish for, because you may end up with a space where dogs just charge through it and get very, very excited. And I've seen both sides to that. And so for me, the way I like to use a gate is just how I've shown you there. We're almost out of our food, doggies. And I'm just going to scatter feed for being around the gate. But the gate is not a space of huge anticipation, huge excitement. Let's all race through it. Let's all get to it. Let's go on lead. Let's go off lead. If you do want to put them on lead, do it with a space of, I'm going to put you on lead. I'm going to scatter a few pieces of food. But what I'm not going to do is I'm not going to do big, okay, go. And they all sprint through it, or release or break or whatever your okay move position word is. For me, gates are chilled, gates are calm. Yes, of course you might need some self-control around them, but make it that you need it rather than the dog get themselves all worked up about it. The other